And good afternoon. This is Chief Meteorologist Derek Tallman with an update on the weather forecast. Today we're going to talk about the snow amounts and all that stuff across the Midwest. So we're going to show you exactly what a lot of areas are going to be expecting. So give me just a second here. I think I made this just a little too big here. Give me one moment. I'm sorry about that. Okay, we're going to actually go this way. Take you for a little ride here. Okay, basically today what we're going to be talking a little bit about is all the snow potentials and what we can expect. We've been monitoring the snow, and this is actually snowfall analysis, and this is going to be ending local time at 7 a.m. and this thing was updated today as well, so we'll kind of keep you posted on everything that you need to know. So kind of focusing on what's going on here. If you guys give me 1 second, we can go ahead and go over this very quickly, and then we can tell you exactly what to expect for the remainder of the rest of the day. Now, we have been watching this system for the last several days, and this is what our computer models are showing right now. You can see out in the Midwest, out in these areas, out in here, like in Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, Omaha, and Indianapolis, St. Paul, Rochester, and all these areas like Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Chicago. We're going to go ahead and talk about this, where you see the lighter blues. They can see up to, let me see if I can find this here without making a guess out of it. For some areas, can actually see, I believe it's going to be these, trying to figure it out because I've never done this before. In this little section right here, I'm going to show you, let me get my little thing out. In this section right over here, they will see at least 8 to 10 inches of snow within this area. And then when you get into the lighter blues, they will see about 4 to 6 inches of snow. And then the darker shade will see a little bit more than that, 6 to 8 inches of snow. And then other areas, like in the darker green, we'll see about 2 to 3 inches of snow. Wherever you see the darker green, we'll see 2 to 3 inches of snow. And then all where you see the lighter greens, we'll see about 1 to 2 inches of snow. Now up in Grand Rapids, all the way on the western side of the state, where you see the darker greens, we'll see about 1 to 2 inches of snow. I think a little clip of Grand Rapids, Michigan will probably end up seeing, I'm going to probably say about possibly 3 to 4 inches of snow generally in this area. And then over in where you see the lighter blue, they'll see about 4 to 6 inches of snow, and like I said, the darker ones will be from 3 to 4 inches of snow. In this general area, in the darker green, we'll see about 2 to 3 inches of snow. And then the farther north you go, you guys are going to be seeing a lot more snow up in that area. So that's going to be more interesting. And then other isolated areas around Michigan, in the northern part, we'll see just about 1 to 2 inches of snow, I would say, but we'll kind of keep an eye on that, and we'll let you know in just a little while, and keep you posted on that, because I would say this is a 24-hour image of the snowfall, so we will continue to keep an eye on that and let you know exactly what we expect out of all of this, but I think come in time, it's going to get a little bit more interesting, and definitely. So you can kind of see that all this general area right along in here will actually see the most of the snowfall. Wherever you see the the teal color, we'll see about 8 to 10 inches of snow. And then if you see the lighter blue, you will see about 6 to 8 inches of snow. So it basically all depends on where you're at. And then over in Sault Ste. Marie, they will get at least 1 to 2 inches of snow. But like I said, over on the western part of Michigan, they will see, some areas will see about 1 to 2 inches of snow if it's in the light green and the dark green. You'll see about 1 to 2 inches of snow, and then if you're in the dark blue, you'll see about 4 to 6 inches of snow. So it all depends on where you're at. And then just north of the Flint area, or east of Flint, I'm gonna say just north of that or above it, we'll see about 1 to 2 inches of snow. So it all depends on where you're at, but I'm going to just tell you, as we get into the later parts of the rest of the week, the amount falls are going to change rapidly. We've been monitoring the system the whole time, so we will be watching that, and we'll keep you posted on that activity as well. So it does look like that's going to be quite interesting. And then now we're going to show you on the, sorry about that, we're going to show you on the computer models what we've got going on right now, so you have some type of an idea of what's really going on here. Let's go ahead and view it out a little bit so you can see for yourself the real main picture of what we've got going on right now. And I'm just telling you right now, we're not getting a break from any of this stuff anytime soon. Winter weather advisories are still up in most of the northern part of Michigan. That does not include Detroit or our viewing area, but we will have those bands of snow that will continue to develop. Now, I think the real punch is going to be come into Tuesday, Monday morning into Tuesday. We're really going to be watching for the next couple of days as we get accumulating snow across southeast Michigan. So it's going to get quite interesting as we get along, especially with those colder temperatures. It's not looking too good. Over in the Upper Peninsula, over if you're like over by Marquette area, Lawrence, Michigan, you guys are under a winter storm watch. A winter storm watch means that the conditions are favorable for winter severe weather. That means several amounts of snow. That means that you have to prepare now if you're under that watch. So that means that you are under a watch and you need to prepare for the storm. We don't really see the snow yet, but we'll kind of keep you posted on that. Some of the same areas on the computer models are showing that they're getting hit again with another round of snow. Now, when we get the snow here in southeast Michigan, we'll bring up our radar in just a second so you have an idea of what's going on. And then we'll talk about snow totals and stuff like that and what you can expect on that as well. Now, these bands of snow are basically going to be coming way, way from the south, and you can see how they're combining, and they're actually just traveling along with each other. And we've got this cold front that still has to make its way in here, and as it does so, it is going to make the temperatures a lot more colder. So we are going to be watching that very, very closely. So indeed, the weather is not looking too good. We'll kind of keep an eye on that and let you know. So the winter weather advisories continue all along this area, but it seems like all the active weather apparently seems to be all along here, over in Oklahoma, parts of Kansas, wherever you see the blue seems to be the most interesting areas of them all. But I think the advisories are going to stay away from us for right now. But up in Sault Ste. Marie, you're under a winter weather advisory as well, and a winter storm watch is in effect over in the Upper Peninsula, over by Marquette, Michigan, and Lawrence, Michigan. So that does kind of tell you that you guys are going to be seeing some snow there. So look forward to that. This cold front is going to take its time getting down here. It's kind of moving kind of slowly as we go into the next several hours, but as we continue to go throughout the day, we're probably going to see more interesting weather come our way. So this is basically what we've got going on right now. So that is actually the setup, and you can see it. And we're going to see if we've actually seen any kind of accumulating snow. We'll check that out in just a little bit. I don't really think we have, because we've only had like flurries in the area. We haven't really seen any kind of accumulating snow. Not at this current time right now, but we'll kind of keep an eye on that. There's that cold front we were just talking to you about. That's still taking its time getting over here. It's not going to sweep on in like the other couple of systems that we've had that have brought us the snow. Now, yesterday we had widespread snow in the metro area in all of Michigan, and it actually covered the whole state of Michigan. It was all white snow. You couldn't even see Michigan when it got here. You can see we do have these bands of snow that are starting to come back into Michigan as well. But Macomb County and Oakland County, those areas are okay for right now, but we do have bands of snow that are going to be coming in, so the accumulating snow, that is yet to follow tonight. And as we get into Monday into Tuesday, I think some areas could see up to 1 to 2 inches of snow, and that would be if you're over by I-94 corridor, M59 corridor. That would be if you're like north of Detroit, northern suburbs like Macomb County. If you're north of M59, north of Detroit, I wouldn't be too surprised that you get 1 to 2 inches of snow out of this. And that there's only a hazardous outlook for that. There's not really any kind of advisory or winter weather advisory or anything like that, but we'll keep you posted on that if changes are to erupt. But you can see that there's different bands coming from all different angles on here. We've got snow bands. We're going to go ahead and stop this for a minute. You can actually see that we have snow bands coming from this area. They're just traveling in all different kinds of directions. And then we have all these snow bands coming in from this area. So right now Detroit is not getting hit with any kind of snow right now. So that's actually a plus right there. But either way you look at it, we'll kind of continue to keep an eye on the situation, and we'll let you know later exactly what we expect out of all of this, and we'll have much more coming up when we see you back here at our regular broadcast. We'll continue to keep an eye on the situation, and we'll let you know exactly how much snow we're going to get. But we are going to be expecting more accumulating snow in Michigan and very frigid temperatures. So that's not going to be good. If we have any snow that falls and hits the ground and we have those freezing temperatures, that's going to make the roads very, very slick and possibly icy in Michigan. So we are going to be watching for that, and that was another concern. And we'll talk about that 7-day forecast coming up within the next half an hour or so. We'll talk about that coming up. This is the very latest that we have in the Weather Center right now, and thank you so much for joining me. I'll have the very latest on the track of the system. We'll continue to track it. We have several days of snow, and we have more chances of accumulating snow in Michigan. We'll talk about that and all of these frigid temperatures and how low can we go on those temperatures and wind chills, etc. Vice versa. We'll talk about it when I return within the next hour. We'll see you then. Thank you for watching.